Hello, I am Joseph Carrillo, the world famous A-list celebrity, and proudly self-promoting and also teaching about this political attack that this politics from Morgan Hill, where there's a tabloid attacking me. Joe Rodriguez had a fictional keyword or a malicious political attack keyword for Black Cat SEO. That was in the 2010 article. Sounds like Mercury News. Said it's a newspaper, but Morgan Hill Times recently switched from broadsheet format, which is the newspaper format, to tabloid format because they're a tabloid. So the Morgan Hill Times fake newspaper is a tabloid. The publisher appears to, from what I heard, they have a publisher at Morgan Hill Times, a new one, Robert Aroldi. And Robert Aroldi is very funny. I remember one time he had a beard that looked like an Airedale. One time he looked kind of like, I don't know. After I made the album From Hell, there was like a lot of political jokes because the album was like a bomb. It was like I'm under political attack, just like Martin Luther King Jr. And it's like really funny story within Morgan Hill. So when I made the bomb, which I guess it's like it started with a campaign song, right? Just one campaign song. Then Sam Curtis helped me make 4, and eventually, when I had 10 tracks, Brian T. Gibbs, who owns Sky Entertainment Publishing, put the 10 campaign songs into a bomb, a 10-track album. I don't know if it's album or album, but then there was a political attack. Everyone just once that album was released in April 17, 2018, Open Say Black Cat studio album, everyone went silent as death, and I was under political attack, just like Martin Luther King Jr. And what's interesting, the SJSU Spartans has a Martin Luther King Jr. library, so that's pretty cool. And go Spartans, yeah, I like the girls. They have cool girls at the SJSU. But yeah, it's funny that their library, they call it Martin Luther King Jr. So happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I'm under political attacks like Martin Luther King Jr. by the tabloid paper Morgan Hill Times. It's kind of funny that Morgan Hill Times had switched to a tabloid because Morgan Hill Life used to use that when Robert Wilder was a publisher, and it was like theoretically it was easier for people to read or something. It was a more compact format, the tabloid instead of broadsheet, different newspaper types. But the good thing about tabloid, it goes along with the Grizzly Bear Heist theme being endorsed by a fake newspaper, because Grizzly Bear Handyman, which is a fictional mercenary service that's a subsidiary of Blackwater, which was founded on 332 Casa Loma Road in Morgan Hill, but as another satellite office on 16931 Del Monte Avenue. That Grizzly Bear Handyman fictional mercenary service, part of the Grizzly Bear Heist horror film, is endorsed by Morgan Hill Times fake newspaper, which now has tabloid format paper as well as just fake news. So all the movie props are coming together. Even the Rhodes car stage prop for the Grizzly Bear Heist movie in the making, Grizzly Bear Heist horror movie project. I've been having to learn a lot about the core of the mainstream media, how things run. I already learned about all of Hollywood. I know everything about Hollywood and entertainment. I have a studio album. I have 2 seasons of a talk show. The first season of the talk show has 22 episodes. The second has 13. So I know more than Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. I know everything about Hollywood. I'm working on a film project too, and sometimes the the performing arts students had me help them with their films. Uh, I don't even know if the performing arts students aren't as targeted by the Zionists as I am, or what, because they're student journalists too. But it seems like they're worried about the staff noticing that they're helping me with a film. But the Zionists seem to target me more than the other film students or student journalists at SGSU, because the Zionists, last night I got back home right before the Zionists came, like right when I was riding my bike home after I finished eating some snacks at the picnic table. There's a guy that said, "Hey Joseph," and it looked like the kind of guy that he says, "What have you been hacking lately?" Like it looked like one of the Zionists, kind of like the handy. There was a handyman there. There was I think it's like an undercover agent that calls himself a handyman, just like the Blackwater mercenary front. But theoretically, he's Rudy Carrillo, which I have an Uncle Rudy, but not Uncle Rudy. But anyway, this guy, he says he's a handyman, but he looks more like a psychiatrist or undercover agent, like a psyops officer, like the military has psyops, psychological operations. That's what he looks like. But anyway, I got back home before the Zionists got there, because when the Zionists get there, they play all these tricks. They're like, sing this, perform this, and they'll keep you there till like 3 a.m. The Zionists, when the Zionists get there. So the Zionists. Yeah, I guess I got back early enough yesterday. The Zionists didn't show up yet, but they show up around 10 p.m. and then they keep playing tricks till late the next morning. So these Zionists are real. Jesse Gary one time covered I guess tagging in a bathroom of the Macquarie Hall, I think, but there was really a hate crime, like a Martin Luther King Jr. type of thing, but he said it was just vandalism. I guess that's what the news company wanted, that it wasn't it wasn't like a Martin Luther King Jr., like a hate crime thing. They were against Muslims, Palestine. I stood up for the Palestinians once when I made a political chant into a jingle. So the difference is a chant could just be kind of talked out loud, while if a jingle has some tune to it, it's like the Palestine jingle I made goes, "Free, free Palestine, free, free Palestine, free, free, free Palestine, free, free Palestine, from the river to sea, from the river to sea, Palestine will be free, Palestine will be free, from the sea to the river, from the sea to the river, Palestine will live forever, Palestine will live forever." And that's the one I've sang at a Palestine rally, the jingle. When they did there was a girl named Maya that I haven't seen in over a year. And yeah, she's like a Palestinian that was helping with the rally. And yeah. So right now I'm at Roy Station. It used to be an old antique gas station. Both Roy Station Coffee and Teas. Really cool looking. And yeah, so go Spartans. I just thought I'd announce that they had a Martin Luther King Jr. library at the campus. And so that Morgantown Times tabloid is really interesting, because when I made my April 17, 2018 studio album, Almost Say Blackout, the Morgantown Times tabloid tried to black out the Anti-Blackout album, and I'm under political attack, just like Martin Luther King Jr. And it's very scary that they have all these political campaigns against me, but I just keep performing through the campaigns, no matter how big the political. keep performing through all the political stuff, political shit. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/josephcelebrity, and follow me on my main website, www.actor, as well as my backup website, www.josephwcarrillo.com. Been very busy lately. Lights, camera, rolling, action. Thank you for watching my live stream. I am Joseph Carrillo, the world famous A-list celebrity. I am Joseph Carrillo, the world famous A-list celebrity. Again, thank you for watching. I am Joseph Carrillo, the world famous A-list celebrity.